Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So this is another Sophy AI test race. And basically what I'm doing is a GT4 series, but all of the AI cars are GR4 or GT4 class, and they are the race cars based in the game. The game that I will be using for this series is actually a road car modified to GT4 spec, and it is the Nissan Z Performance 2023, using the same BOP settings as the Toyota Supra GR4 in the game. So here we go at the start, and we are starting dead last. I think the spacing setting was about 80 meters for each car. So just starting out kind of slow here. Car is a little wide because the tires are cold. Usually a little bit of understeer with the tires being cold. Coming to the end of the first lap here, the first shot at the chicane, and we're gonna do a little dive on the Hyundai here. And he's gonna tuck in behind, and I also got a little bit of a run on the McLaren here, coming onto the straightaway. So just gonna use a little bit of the slipstream here and go for the pass. Now, I didn't quite clear him before turn one, so under braking he actually shot back around the outside. And I was also having to keep an eye on the radar just to make sure the Hyundai didn't sneak back in. And then here we come up to the hairpin. I'm gonna go ahead and get a little bit of a run here, so we're gonna go ahead for a dive. Took a look, but he braked a little too late, so I couldn't get it in there. And now coming down the back straight into 130R, got a run here using the slipstream on the outside. And we're gonna just barely clear him before 130R and take that spot. Here we are, lap 5, caught up to the Porsche. And gonna take a look here. You kind of left the door wide open, but there's not really anywhere for me to go because the Aston was there. Who gets a little squirrely on exits. And then coming down to the chicane. Took a look, but they were all kind of guarding the inside. A few cars passing the Ferrari here, so I'm going to take a look on the outside, now the inside, and couldn't make it work. So now we got a little bit of run on the Ferrari here, lap 6, going into the hairpin, and couldn't quite get it in there. Next lap, lap 7, got a better run on the Ferrari this time. A little bit of contact was made right there. That's my bad. Porsche getting a little squirrely on the inside there, but couldn't make that one stick. So now we're lap 7 going into the chicane. Got a run here through 130R, and we're gonna go ahead and give that a go. The Porsche's going on the other Ferrari, and I've got a little bit of an overlap there, but can't make it stick. And Ferrari going for a move here on the Porsche, and that gave me a chance to kind of stick my nose in there and make the pass here before the bridge. I got a run on the Ferrari, lap 8 here, coming down to the chicane. Got a few passes going on. Honda on the Mustang, Aston on the Supra, and I was able to get the Supra as well. Lap 9, coming under the bridge, got a run on the Aston here. About equal under brakes, and I just couldn't clear him coming out of the corner. He still had a nose in there, so he's gonna come back here on the inside. Then I made sure I tucked in right behind him so that the car behind didn't try to get a nose in there either. Taking a look here into Spoon, but that one just was not gonna work. And Now we got a run coming out of 130R, going down to the chicane. Gonna stick right in there. Got some moves going up ahead. Now lap 10, coming up on the Mustang here. Now this, coming out of this corner right here under the bridge is probably their one spot, their one weak spot where they're a little slow, but gonna go for the dive here on the Mustang and make that one stick. Got to make sure you get over so they can't get their nose back in there. You also got to kind of hug this line on the inside so that they don't try to go. See, he's looking, but can't make that work. Lap 10 here at the chicane. Lamborghini's getting past. A little bit of argy-bargy going on. And I'm going to try and get a run on him here, but we were basically side by side down the whole straightaway. A little bit of a side look here. But I was able to get it in there for turn one and make that one stick. You just got to make sure you stay down a little bit so that they don't get their nose in there. Mustang's also going to make a move on the Lambo. Now lap 11, going into the hairpin. Porsche kind of left that open a little bit, so I stuck a nose in there, but couldn't clear him on the way out, so he's going to come back. And then he's going to make a run on the Honda here. Look at him moving around, Honda moving around, trying to keep away from each other, a little bit of contact. This is good stuff. Coming around the next lap, lap 12. The Supra up ahead, you can see it get a little squirrely and he had to correct and it pushed him wide, and so the Porsche took the spot. Honda took it as well, but I couldn't get in there. And then lap 13, coming up to the hairpin. Just gonna throw it in there. Hope it sticks. And just cleared him for that spot. Coming down to the hairpin here, we got Honda taking a dive on the Porsche. Ferrari's gonna take it as well, so I'm gonna try and go around the outside. Got a little squirrely on the grass right there, so we made a little contact, but all is good. Later that lap, coming down to the chicane, making a move on the Porsche. Honda's making a move on the Mustang. Lots of moves going on. Lap 15 here. Gonna try and do a little slingshot move into the hairpin with the Ferrari. Just barely got a nose in there though. He moved out wide enough that I was able to get the spot, and the Supra given a chance to, but didn't make it. Later that lap here, down to the chicane on the Mustang. Ferrari's gonna take it too, and the Supra. Well, he's gonna try, but he couldn't make it stick. And lap 16, going under the bridge. A little bit of a run on the Honda here. And up another spot. Ferrari's gonna try, but can't make it. And lap 16, going into the chicane. Last minute dive here on the Hyundai, and then the Ferrari's gonna take the Honda in the back there. Now we've got a run here on the McLaren. Coming on to lap 17. And this time we will clear before getting to turn one. So here I am coming to the pits on lap 17. So because this car is classified as a road car in the game and not a race car like the others, the fuel consumption is a little different. So as a byproduct, I actually have to take more fuel than the AI competitors. So even though I made it up to like fourth or fifth spot before the pit stops, after the pit stops, I dropped back because I had to take more fuel. So there are gonna be a few clips here showing the mass chaos when the AI cars are coming off of pit road. So Supra came off of pit road there, and because he's on cold tires, the Aston and the Mustang there were able to take that spot. And then I'm gonna go for a cheeky little move right here and grab that spot from him under the bridge. He was trying to get a nose back up in there, but it just wasn't gonna work. Now on the backstretch here, lap 21, got a little bit of a run on the Mustang here. He left a little bit of room open on the left side there, so we're just gonna squeeze through and get that move done into 130R. Now I got a run on the Aston here, and I was gonna go for a move, but the cars coming off of pit road were gonna prevent that. So I tucked back in, but then the Ferrari actually kind of helped me out here a little bit. And the Mustang's gonna take that spot too. All right, lap 22, a little bit later here. Gonna get a little bit of a run on the Ferrari coming out of this corner. Because like I said, this is kind of their weak spot coming out of that corner where they're probably the slowest at Suzuka. So definitely went for it. And took that spot back. We come around the next lap, more cars coming off of pit road, a little more chaos. A little bit of contact being made. More good stuff there. And then here we come into the hairpin. Gonna go for a little slingshot on the Porsche. He's going to try and come back around the outside here, but once he got out of the slipstream, it didn't help his cause. So he's just going to tuck back in here before the other Porsche sticks his nose in. Next lap around, more cars coming off of pit road. Ferrari going for a move on the Mustang. And I was just too far back. I couldn't get up there and capitalize on that. And we got a little run on the Mustang here under the bridge. Gonna try and stick it in there for the hairpin. But braking was about the same. No, I got tagged in the back there in the middle of the corner. And here's a view from that. So this is the same corner, same maneuver. Here's the Honda giving me a little bump. He's trying to get his nose in there, but just couldn't get the same run that I got. And there we come down to the chicane. Got a run on the Mustang, so gonna stick it in there. Almost got the Ferrari. Then the Ferrari's got a run here on the Hyundai. Again, I'm a little too far back, so I can't capitalize on this little maneuver. Hyundai gets in there and closes it off. And now coming up to the bridge again. Again, their weak spot, so I get a little bit of a run. A little bit of overlap. Try and send it in here for the hairpin. Mustang's gonna do the same. Honda's gonna try. And then here we come down through the chicane. And this is coming on to the final lap of the race. And I'm just gonna be quiet and let you guys see a whole lap and what it's like to race against the Sophy AI when you have a good setup and good settings going. So enjoy. have it. Another Sophy AI test race at Suzuka, which is a great track for the Sophy AI to run at. A couple small things, but yeah. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.